Okay, everybody, here we are, man. We are back again, and we're continuing our Odyssey, our track and our look at Led Zeppelin live stuff, man. And this particular session is part 6, we'll call it, and it's Whole Lot of Love. A Whole Lot of Love, I already know by many people saying to me that it's one of their favorite Led Zeppelin songs performed live. And there's a number of different renditions of it, and definitely it rivals that of Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused being so far my personal favorite Led Zeppelin song performed live. So man, without further ado, let's hit this up. This is Whole Lot of Love. How the West Was Won. Let's get it. Have you heard the Muddy Waters rendition? This is one of those songs that made my dad trip out when I played them both renditions. Except the mellotron. John Bonham. This is a song sequence I don't recognize. Is this from their library? great guitar work.
One night I was laying down. I heard my mom and papa talking. I hear them say, Lord, you've got to let that boy boogie. I think John Lee Hooker said that. Oh, it's a boogie, boogie, boogie. Come on, come on, come on, come on, boogie, boy.
The guitar does something great. The drums does something great. Great relationship. I'm not sleeping on that bass work though. Jones would not be denied.
Some people like to rock, some people like to roll. We're moving and grooving on.
Spanish shit.
So let's have a party. Woo! Let's have a party. Send to the store, let's buy some more. Let's have a party tonight. Now Honky Tonky Joe is knocking at the door. So bring him in and fill him up and send out some more. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Ooh, send to the store, let's buy some more. Let's have a party tonight. Rock it.
I did a John Paul Jones feature, and he said the difference between Zeppelin and other contemporaries.
I've never kissed a bear, I've never kissed a groove, but I can shake a chicken in the middle of. Let's have a party.
They is that they're also a swinging band. People can dance.
Sing to the stars, maximum. Let's have a party tonight. We're gonna have a party tonight.
It's a great platform for Plant, stretching his.
I did not say I was a millionaire. I said I could have spent more money than a millionaire. And if you and I had kept all the money that we'd already spent, we would have been millionaires a long, long, long time ago. Don't you dig it? And women, good little women. Oh, I'm going down slow.
Spend all your money on women, man.
I have had my fun. If I never get well, I have had my fun, children. If I never get well no more. Oh yes, my health is fading. Oh yeah, I'm going down slow. It ain't all that bad. Hey.
This is excellent, man. Could you imagine being there? And then that thunder drops on your ass out of nowhere. See why he's my favorite guitarist? Right there.
Please, right, mama. Tell her the shape I'm in. For me, please forgive me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Forgive me for my sin. Woman, way down inside, you need help. Shake for me, girl. I
What a trip they just took that crowd on. Whole lot of love, man. Without a doubt, one of the very best performed Led Zeppelin songs. Live performed Led Zeppelin songs. What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song performed live? I definitely know that Whole Lot of Love is at least in your top 5. You know, definitely in your top 5, probably most likely in your top 3. Let me know what your favorite Led Zeppelin song performed live is. And let me know where you rank Whole Lot of Love along that listing. Wow, fantastic odyssey, man. Fantastic trip. You know, could you imagine being there, getting the force of all of that, the force of that? You know what it is? I call it vibe. You got a vibe about someone. You got a vibe about an atmosphere, about a group of people. You walk into an arena and you get a vibe sometimes. You know, you walk into a great concert, you get a vibe and a feeling. You know, you're just sitting having coffee with someone and you get a vibe. You connect to their life force. Led Zeppelin. The difference between Led Zeppelin and a number of other acts is what separates them, what makes them unique, is that they have a very, very powerful signature, a very powerful force collectively. When the 4 of them get together, you tap into their life force. It's a vibing thing. It's a haunting of your soul thing. They can grab and arrest your soul. That is the difference between Led Zeppelin and a lot of other bands. I'm not saying all or whatever the case is, because I'm sure that other acts out there will have this effect on you and whatnot. But it's safe for me to say, looking into this as a science, it's safe for me to say that a lot of you feel that way about Led Zeppelin alone. It's a hallowed ground for you. And then there's everybody else. Everyone else out there is excellent. They're great. They're fantastic. Led Zeppelin has a special place. Why? Because they can grab your soul. Some of you have been with Led Zeppelin from the very beginning. And I hear things all the time. 60 years later, how many years later, still has this effect on you? You know what I'm saying? And you still can't come up with your favorite member of the band. You still can't come up with your favorite song. Your favorite song is going to shift and change based on what you're listening to. All of those testimonies tells me one thing. They have arrested your soul. It's a vibe. It's a soul-grabbing vibe, right? And that is what makes them very, very unique. The 4 guys by themselves are fantastic, but together they are a force, and the vibe is very, very powerful. So, man, I got a question. I got a bunch of questions. The first question I have, maybe it's out of order, so forgive me. All of this stuff is coming at me when I'm listening. First question I have, man, is when were they having the most fun? When were they, Led Zeppelin, the guys, having the most fun? I've been looking for that, and I've been looking for quotes and whatnot, but I'm still not getting it. So I'm sure a lot of you know. What period of their Led Zeppelin run were they having the most fun? Is it right here at this moment in 72? When, time-wise, were they having the most fun? Was it when they were starting out and they discovered their signature sound and they're looking at each other like, holy cow, right? When were they having the most fun? Answer that for me. I've been wondering. Very, very powerful signature, from this entire concert series so far. So I don't want to just assume that because it's a very, very powerful time period where it comes to performance that they were having the most fun. I don't want to just assume that. It's easy to assume it, of course. Another side note question I got for you guys here. I, myself, have never really been exposed to too much John Lee Hooker growing up. And I'm very, very unaware of a lot of his works, mainly because I haven't been exposed through it by my dad. I once asked him, hey, I noticed that you don't really play a lot of John Lee Hooker content. And he said to me that, no, I don't have a really strong connection. And, and he left it at that, because my dad is one of those kind of people who won't say anything negative. If he doesn't have anything good to say, he won't say anything at all. Now, he didn't say anything negative about the guy. He didn't say, oh, well, specifically, this is why I don't like him. He didn't even really say that he doesn't like him. He just says that he's not connected. Okay, that tells me that there's something that he's not willing to share. So let me ask you guys this, without trying to dig up any dirt. I don't want to disrespect the great artist known as John Lee Hooker, but is there perhaps something that happened in his life, something in his past, that maybe people might not have looked favorably upon? Is it something like that? I got to do my own research, because I'm not going to get it from him. But a lot of you will probably know what's happening. The reason why I'm asking this question is, let's take some celebrities. In general, certain celebrities misbehave. Certain celebrities don't have their shit together where it comes to their public persona. They don't protect that very well. And as a result, in my eyes, it lacks luster when it comes to me checking out their movies, checking out whatever content it is, whether it's music or if it's movies. It kind of diminishes the value and the pleasurable experience, because I don't look favorably upon this celebrity of sorts. Maybe it's something like that, but educate me. What am I missing in regards to the John Lee? Maybe it's just a disconnect factor, and that's fine. Sometimes you just don't feel connected to someone. Maybe it's just that, I don't know. But I feel that maybe something happened. Maybe he made mistakes when he was younger, and maybe my dad is judging him for it, because I can be like that. I can be that way too, certain celebrities I just will not even give a chance, just because of the way they've behaved publicly in their past. They might be older now, but it's still tainted. You still can't enjoy their content. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to drop names. You can probably pull 10 right off the top of your head. All right, let's move away from that. Yeah, man, back to Led Zeppelin. As I said, this is a science to me, and I really enjoy breaking it down like this. And the coming together of these four guys is the most fascinating, and what they can create. And again, you take one of these guys out of that mix, and you just don't have the vibe anymore. It's not there in full force. There's something missing, and there's something missing, right? So these guys coming together is just a masterful piece of work through the universe, right? And that is why we hold them in such high regard, even today. And how cool would it be knowing that you're Led Zeppelin, the three remaining members of Led Zeppelin, alive to witness new, younger fans coming onto the Led Zeppelin train every single day? How cool would that be? Knowing that what you've done so many years ago is still so relevant, but is still so attractive to a lot of folks today, and you're turning them on to music of the past, turning them on to the old bluesmen, turning them on to all of the different things that they do. I mean, in this one song alone, you had elements of everything in it. You know what I'm saying? There isn't a single element of music that they didn't touch in this one 23-minute song. So, man, I'm telling you, it must be so gratifying for them. Anyway, hey, I just wanted to say that I'm really having a great time with this, man. I'm telling you, it's an enjoyable science to me. It isn't just a matter of me, you know, doing a reaction for the sake of turning on a camera and doing a reaction just because it's Led Zeppelin and I'm going to get good views. No, man. I know how to get good views if I wanted to. I know how to spike my viewership and probably attract 100,000 subscribers if I wanted to. No, man. It's about the science of the thing for me. That is what, that's the juice from the fiber that I'm squeezing. So I really appreciate the learning curve and getting deeper into, you know, their history and what it is that created this great force known as Led Zeppelin. How the individuals thought, their history of how they came together. It's all really fascinating in my mind. Anyways, man, I'm not going to stretch this out much longer. It's just my random thoughts coming. I had a couple of other questions too, but you know, they kind of left me. But those were the big ones, man. So fill that in for me, educate a brother along the way, and I'd be very, very much appreciated. What's coming up with Led Zeppelin is this will be part 7 parts. So rock and roll, the ocean, and bring it on home will finish off how the West was won. 150 minutes in total, man, I tell you. And then from there we will move along. And just so you know, everybody, I am not going to skip The Song Remains the Same. I'm not going to skip it. When it comes up, I will do it, and I'll do it in full. And that's going to be very soon. It's going to be before I get into the holiday season and before I hit the O2 Arena. I'm telling you, man, I've just figured out when my my leave and everything is going to be from work. So around the 17th, 18th of December. So between that time slot all the way into the new year, that time slot, I don't want to have any or too many distractions. That's when I'll be doing a lot of Led Zeppelin reactions and output, just so you know, you've been forewarned. And that includes the O2. That's hallowed ground for me, man. I made a promise. I will never, ever, ever break my promise. So that is what I have coming up where Led Zeppelin is concerned. And, you know, of course, from now till my holidays start, I'll probably be able to squeeze in not only the Song Remains the Same, but also a couple of others. Whatever comes in sequence after How the West Was Won, for sure. And I don't believe that I'll be able to get to, oh, maybe I will. Evelyn said to me that there is an interview that I have to watch. I think it's David Letterman, and Jones is cracking her up. I think that's what she said. I've already seen the interview with Charlie Rose, so I'm trying to keep it in sequence. And then after that, then I would be doing, geez, man. Sometimes these things are on my mind, sometimes I lose it. It might get loud with Jack White and The Edge. I really, really want to see that. And so, I know that, you know, that's a little bit out of sequence, but at least it's coming after the O2. And I just won't be able to wait much longer. So I really, really want to see that from beginning to end. I only saw a little part when they were playing, the three of them were playing In My Time of Dying. I was going to say Jesus Make Up My Dying Bed, In My Time of Dying. And so that's all that I saw, but it whet my appetite for more, and I really, really want to get to that. So that's my rundown for Led Zeppelin. Getting into the new year, I'm just going to have to continue into some of the live stuff that I've missed, and it'll probably be well into the new year, maybe in the spring by the time I get to their solo works, you know. And I'll jump around. It isn't going to be just all Jimmy Page and then all Robert Plant. I'm going to jump around where it comes to their solo works. So, but yeah, man, I'll do it all. So that's my, geez, man, I'm giving you an entire year outlook for Led Zeppelin, but that's what's happening, and that's where I intend to go. You know, unless someone says, hey man, you got to do this, you got to do this. And you know, I mean, I'll do it all, right? So it's all good, man. So that is my update. That is my reaction. One of my favorite live songs. Would I dare say so far it's number 2, right behind Dazed and Confused? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's number 2, right behind Dazed and Confused. Now, you're probably wondering, holy cow, really? Yes, really. Even though Since I've Been Loving You is my favorite Led Zeppelin song, it has something to do with it being my first as well, I think. But yeah, it is definitely my favorite Led Zeppelin song. My favorite Led Zeppelin songs being performed live, though, so far, is Dazed and Confused, followed by Whole Lotta Love. So we'll see if that remains unchanged. I'm very open. I can easily say yes, okay, and I can easily switch. But so far, it's those 2 for me, man. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a good one. Take care. Answer those questions for me, will you? A part of me doing reactions, a big part of me doing reactions, isn't just sitting here and doing the damn reaction, right? Yeah. And then looking at you and saying some shit like, yo, that was dope, man. See you in my next. No, that is not what I'm all about, right? If you are here only to be entertained, you got to go to another channel. This brother is not about entertainment. What I am selling is, I am selling a deep dive appreciation for the foundation of classic rock. That's what this channel is about. I am a scientist where it comes to this shit, man. And yeah, I'll sit here, maybe unemotional, maybe I'm not as animated as other reactors. I get that all the time. That's fine, right? Take from me what you will, and then keep moving if it's something else that you need where it comes to entertainment value and whatnot. That's fine, you know, because I'm chill all the time. So what I'm offering here is appreciation for the foundation of the music and relatability. The star is not Wayne. The star is the music. It doesn't have to come packaged with anything more from me other than a deep dive and an appreciation and sharing that with you and being educated by you. So don't just sit there and watch me. You got something to say? Send it my way and educate me. I'm looking for education. This is a part of me doing my research. Yeah, I can spend hours online, but no, you're sitting at home and you got all of this information swimming in your damn head. Share it. You only have to send me a message. All right, man? That is how I roll. So anyways, thanks for joining me, man. Led Zeppelin, I tell you, the Led Zeppelin factor has literally changed my life. If Led Zeppelin didn't come onto my channel, and if I didn't have all of this going on, I don't know if I would have still been here. It's been two years and 4 months. You know what I'm saying? So the Led Zeppelin factor definitely has given me 10 out of my 20,000 subscribers without a doubt. And I really appreciate the deep dive of getting to know them. So keep your recommendations coming and keep your knowledge flowing. Don't just sit and watch my reaction. Educate me as well. That's all I got to say. That's my Sermon on the Mount for today. You guys have a good one. Peace.